Chrisley Knows Best star Savannah Chrisley is teasing fans that Thanksgiving is on the way. In a sneak preview for her family's reality show, she talks about something that's kind of a big deal. While the clip is initially about the family's tailgate, it's fitting for the holidays. Most of us are getting ready for the Thanksgiving festivities in the US. Gathering around for Thanksgiving is a big deal in itself. Last year was rough and people are looking to reconnect with their family and friends again. Savannah is already close with her family, so she gets to see them on a regular basis. However, that doesn't mean she can't be excited about the holiday. On Monday, November 15th, the Chrisley Knows Best official Instagram account shared a funny new clip that's both timely and relevant. It's a clever way to use Savannah Chrisley to remind fans and followers that Thanksgiving is on the way. She's seen wearing an orange blouse over a white tank top. She paired her look with dainty gold jewelry. The sassy Southern beauty wears her signature blonde hair in two side buns. While you can't hear the clip, Savannah Chrisley waves her hand and says, "It's a huge deal," meaning that Thanksgiving is kind of a big deal as well. The caption reads, "Fans are looking forward to seeing what Mom Julie Chrisley is cooking up this year. They feel that she needs her own cooking show and line of recipe books. They love watching Julie cook on and off the show. It would be great for the Chrisley Knows Best Instagram account to share some of Julie's favorite Thanksgiving dishes and desserts." One fan disagreed that Thanksgiving is right around the corner. They wrote that it's still 2 weeks away. This year, Thanksgiving is on Thursday, November 25th, which gives us only a month to shop for Christmas. The holiday is later this year, which makes all the holidays feel later than ever. Most Chrisley Knows Best fans took to the post to talk about the daughter's look. One noted that Savannah Chrisley wears too much makeup. She's become a beauty maiden since November 2020. Her love of makeup has become kind of her thing. One commented that she shouldn't have any more plastic surgery, while another praised her for her beauty. A third fan said that they like Savannah Chrisley whenever she's her signature sassy self. Some fans praised her for her tan and shirt blending well together. Of course, there were some trolls who claimed that she wears too much makeup and tanner. However, that wasn't the point of the post. The point was to note that Thanksgiving is quickly approaching. Are you ready for bird season? Sound off below in the comments. Remember, the Chrisleys have moved. Chrisley Knows Best. As the first leaves turned from green to rust and gold, the world began to slip into its seasonal hush, the brief quiet between Halloween's glittering chaos and the whirlwind of December's cheer. Autumn is subtle in its approach, pumpkins soften on stoops, cinnamon sneaks into coffee shops, and scarves make their first careful appearances. But in the whirlwind of modern life, even the most obvious transitions can go unnoticed. That's why, when Savannah Chrisley posted a sun-drenched snapshot on social media one Tuesday afternoon, pumpkin pie in the background, muted flannel hugging her shoulders, fans felt the gentle nudge. Thanksgiving was almost here. For many of her followers, it was more than just a seasonal update. It was a cue, a cultural checkpoint, a reminder to exhale. In a world where time often rushes forward without warning, Savannah's post offered pause. Her message, carefully curated with the effortless charm she's come to embody, carried more than aesthetic intention. It reminded viewers of something deeper, the power of slowing down, of gathering, of remembering gratitude before the rush of year's end. Savannah, known to many as the candid, radiant heart of the Chrisley family, has built a reputation that extends beyond reality TV. Though her fame bloomed from the hit show Chrisley Knows Best, she's steadily crafted her own identity: fashion entrepreneur, podcast host, advocate, and, lately, a gentle guide through life's messy, beautiful in-betweens. Her online presence, though glossy and aspirational, is also laced with reflection and openness, especially in times when people need grounding. This year had been a whirlwind. The news cycle buzzed endlessly. The weight of personal loss and collective unrest still hung in the air from seasons past. And yet, as Thanksgiving approached, Savannah didn't lean into commercial countdowns or curated sales. She leaned into memory. Her reminder wasn't flashy, it was quiet, nostalgic, and warm. A soft snapshot of a table half set, of bare branches through kitchen windows, of the quiet before family arrives. In the digital age, holidays have a different cadence. Once tied to slow rituals and handwritten recipes, they're now bookmarked by Pinterest boards and preset tables for Instagram. But Savannah's post, while beautiful, hinted at something older. It was the way the light filtered through her kitchen window, the way a pie, slightly imperfect, sat cooling without the gloss of filters. Fans noted it. There was a stillness, a sincerity. A nod to Thanksgiving not as a photo op, but as a feeling. Her reminder ignited something. Not urgency, but reflection. For some, it sparked plans for travel, booking last-minute flights or coordinating who would bring the cranberry sauce. For others, it offered comfort. In a year of uncertainties, some found solace in the simplicity of tradition, in the promise of a holiday rooted not in extravagance but in togetherness. Thanksgiving, at its heart, is about gathering, something the world has learned not to take for granted. Savannah's own family, marked by both fame and recent loss, embodied that fragile beauty. Fans who had followed the Chrisley journey knew the deeper layers. The joys and tribulations. The moments of laughter over mismatched silverware and the silences held for those no longer at the table. Her subtle reminder carried all of that, unspoken yet understood. The comment section on her post transformed into a digital fireside chat. Followers shared their own traditions, some baking pies with recipes passed down for generations, others creating new rituals after moving far from home. There were posts about tables with too many chairs and others with not enough. It was a mosaic of gratitude, stitched together from kitchens across the country, sparked by one woman's reminder to slow down and look around. Savannah had always understood the power of presence. She'd learned it early, beneath the spotlight, amid the expectations, and through the quiet resilience required of anyone navigating public and private grief in tandem. So when she hinted at Thanksgiving's arrival, it wasn't just calendar talk. It was about being mindful of what the season could mean. Gratitude, in its purest form, rarely announces itself. It doesn't need grand gestures or elaborate posts. It finds its way into smaller things, the way a home smells when pie is in the oven, the extra place set for someone new, the quiet nod to someone missed. Thanksgiving is a holiday of moments rather than movements. And Savannah's reminder seemed to tap into that. In a year where many still tried to find balance between hope and caution, joy and responsibility, Savannah's presence offered familiarity. Not because she dictated how to celebrate, but because she reminded people to celebrate. To not let the holiday pass in a blur of emails or errands. To stop, even if only for a weekend, and take stock. The cultural image of Thanksgiving is one of bounty, of laughter over crowded tables, of parades and football games. But in real life, it is often quieter. For some, it is a time of reconnection. For others, it's a painful reminder of change. But always, it is a time of meaning. And meaning, as Savannah quietly demonstrated, doesn't need a spotlight. It only needs intention. As the days shortened and the air cooled, fans began to take her cue. More autumnal posts surfaced. Families posed in pumpkin patches, friends hosted early Friendsgivings, and kitchens buzzed with the sounds of preparation. Even those without concrete plans felt the shift. Thanksgiving was not just approaching on the calendar, it was arriving in spirit. There's something enduring about a reminder that feels both timely and timeless. Savannah's post did that. It didn't instruct, it invited. It didn't insist, it inspired. It reminded fans that the holiday season, though often loud and overwhelming, begins in softness. With warmth. With memory, and in many ways, it felt like a return. To a different kind of influence. One rooted not in trends but in tradition. Not in urgency, but in ease. Savannah's reminder was not about what to buy or how to decorate. It was about remembering why we gather at all. About the stillness that comes before gratitude speaks. By the time Thanksgiving Day arrived, it did so with a sense of quiet familiarity. Fans posted their own scenes, some elaborate, some modest, all meaningful. And many tagged Savannah, thanking her not for a recipe or a product link, but for the reminder. That even amid a complicated world, some things remain: tables, family, pie, gratitude. In the end, her simple post had rippled outward, reminding thousands of the beauty of the season. Not in fanfare, but in presence. In being there. In showing up for each other, and for ourselves. Thanksgiving wasn't just almost here, it had arrived, gently and fully, just as she had promised.